In this tutorial, you will learn how to upload images and PowerPoint slides into a slideshow or gallery. This is useful for uploading multiple images. Again, PowerPoint slides, multiple page assignments such as math assignments, and other image files. I like to use this for math assignments because I think it looks better than the button or text link method. But if you need to convert your files, go ahead and go to smallpdf.com down here. Again, smallpdf.com, and just if your image or your assignment is already in a PDF format, you can just change it to a JPG format here by clicking on here and uploading the file to get it converted, and then you can download that to use in your slideshow or gallery. So let's start by adding, and we want to choose a gallery. So one of these galleries, whichever one you want to use, it's totally up to you. I'm going to select the honeycomb diamond one, and we're just going to place it here. You want to be careful about changing, well, not exactly changing your images, but more so resizing your gallery. Sometimes it will crop your gallery, so just be careful with that. If you mess up, just go ahead and click the undo button here, and you should be able to try it again. So let's change the images. The fastest way to get rid of these stock images are to just click on this particular trash can multiple times. Now we can add our own images. So we can add images from our own computer. We can download them and upload them that way as well, and all these other options here. For demonstration, I'm just going to choose a bunch of different ones from here so you can see how it basically works. So once you have all the images that you want selected, hit apply, and then you can add the images. You can add more images if you need to. If you've missed something, you can also reorganize your images so that they are in the order that you want them to be in. Make sure you either change the titles here or get rid of them, because sometimes they will show up in your gallery depending on which gallery you've chosen. So you wouldn't want this to be just a bunch of numbers, because that wouldn't make sense when it shows up in the gallery. So either get rid of it or change it. You can also add a description here if you want, or you can use the description in the title if it's short enough. So that just kind of depends, and then if you want to, you can also link it to something else as demonstrated on the button and text link method tutorial. So you can link to different things here. And so whenever you're ready, just go ahead and click done. And this will generate that image for you, or the gallery for you. Go ahead and go to your settings, and you want to just kind of go through some of these and make sure things are the way you want them to be. So from here you can choose what happens when the image is clicked. So if I choose they open in a pop-up, which is the default, that's going to enlarge the photo when I click on each photo. If I choose for nothing to happen, then nothing will happen when I click on those photos. You can also choose to open another link again. So for example, I'm just going to preview this and show you what that means. So if I click on this image, it's going to open up a large image of what I clicked on. Let's go back and go to layouts. So this will help you to kind of design your gallery a little bit more. You can choose different shapes, and so you can also play around with how many columns there are. So that's totally up to you. You can also change the spacing between each photo, so you can see the white is getting larger and smaller. So you can play around with that as well. And finally, the design here is if you want to choose a different gallery, you can just click on the different ones, and it keeps all of your images. So that's the good thing about it. Again, this is what happens when you leave all of those titles on there. They show up like this, so just be careful with that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And this says that there's another page. So people will know if there's another page they need to go to. If you want, you can also change that layout again so that the columns are larger and everything else shows up. So there you go. That's totally up to you. Now we are going to use the slideshow method. So it's also in the gallery section. It's a little bit closer to the bottom. So it says slider galleries, and these are the ones that you probably want to use if you are trying to showcase a PowerPoint slide or a multiple paged assignment. I usually like the thumbnail one because it shows you that there are multiple pages available to view. The slideshow works as well, but it doesn't have that thumbnail there to kind of indicate that there are more images. So whichever one you choose, just go ahead and select it. And then you want to place it wherever you think it looks best. From here, let's change the images and delete everything. And then we want to add our images. So I'm going to demonstrate using PowerPoint slides. So I've already made them here. I'm going to show you quickly how that works. So once you have your PowerPoint opened up, you want to make sure you go to File and Save as Pictures here. So when you save it as pictures, or if you're working on a PC, just make sure you save it as, and then the format should be a JPG, and then you want to save. So this is just telling you that it has been saved as a separate file in another folder. So now we can close this, and we want to upload those images. So I saved it onto my desktop, and it's in this PowerPoint folder now. So if I just click on that, I can open up all of these slides, and they will download. And once they download, you can just click on each. So if you click on each of these, just apply. And depending on what order you clicked them in, they will upload that way. So even though it was backwards before, now it's in the right order because I clicked this one first, this one second, and this one third. So if it comes out in a wrong order, you can just rearrange them again. So it's very easy to rearrange. And then again, make sure you either get rid of these titles or change them to an appropriate title relevant to each photo. Add your description or links here and click Done. So now this is basically done, but you need to go to Settings, and you want to make sure that you click on Fit, because if you don't, it's going to crop your slideshows, and sometimes the headings will be completely cut off. I suggest turning on the navigation arrows, and if you want, you can also make it autoplay on loading. But this may not be the best option to turn it on autoplay if you've got a lot of text that people need to read first, because they need to know that this is the start, and so this kind of just depends on you. If it's the only thing on the page, you can definitely use the autoplay. Then just play around with how much time you want it to take to slide to the next slide. You can also change some of these other features down here. So you can choose to show no text or to do the title and description and so on. And then you can also change transition effects here. So it's a pretty cool little feature. With the layouts, you can change the thumbnail layouts. So you can choose to put the thumbnails on the sides or top or wherever. You can also change the shape as well as the spacing between each slide. Finally, you can choose a different slider if you choose to do so. So if you decide you like this gallery more, you can choose that slider. So that's how you create a gallery and slideshow.